Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy with Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. The annual live pigeon shoot fundraiser for Jim Inhofe, the senior U.S. Senator from Oklahoma, is over. This is the aftermath. So as I stand here, you can see the ground is just littered with these pigeons. They are all over the place. Senator Psychopath's pigeon slaughter was illegal, a violation of Oklahoma humane law. But Jim Inhofe has so completely corrupted law enforcement in Oklahoma at every level, no one will do anything. More than a month before the slaughter, Shark put out a national call for activists to come to Oklahoma to confront the killers. A few dedicated individuals responded. 2 days after the shoot, Shark investigators were able to rescue 29 survivors. If there had been more help, we could have rescued far more. On the front lines, you find out who the animals' friends truly are. First, we want to honor those who answered the call. They included Patricia and Mark Cady and Robert Franklin from Phoenix, Arizona, Gary Villa of Speak in Tucson, Arizona, Loretta Small of Rhett's Rascals in Lancaster, California, Kim Papineau and Susan Martinick of Burge Bird Rescue in Kansas City, Missouri, Beth and Merritt Clifton of Animals 24/7, Ashley Dietrich, an Oklahoma advocate for doves and pigeons, Cheryl Mahan of Wild Bird Rescue in Wichita Falls, Texas, Oklahoma activist Ruth Steinberger, who transported the injured victims to get treatment, and Rondi Large and Alexandra Zwanziger of Wild Care Foundation, which accepted and is caring for the rescued pigeons. Thank you so very much. You were all vital to this effort. Most of these individuals were unpaid volunteers. They used their personal time and money to drive long distances to fight Senator Psychopath and or to save his victims. These people fought Inhofe's cruelty, cowardice, and corruption because they have a moral code and they live by it. But there are other people in large organizations who not only claim to care about animals, they're paid to fight animal abuse, and yet they did not show up to fight Inhofe. Let's take a look at a couple of them. The Humane Society of the United States was contacted well over a month before Inhofe's slaughter. I sent an email to HSUS President Wayne Pacelli himself, as well as another HSUS staffer. Neither Mr. Pacelli nor anyone else bothered to respond. Shark contacted People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA. As with HSUS, PETA knows about Inhofe's slaughter. In 2014, PETA and Shark each received an anonymous letter with information about the Inhofe pigeon shoot. PETA's response was to call the authorities and do nothing more. Oklahoma's corrupt police scoffed at PETA's feeble effort, as did Inhofe's campaign manager, Rusty Appleton.
This year is the first year PETA called the district county sheriff on us for doing this. And of course nobody cared and nobody's doing anything about it.
That clip was recorded by a Shark undercover investigator. You see, Shark did much more than PETA, even though PETA has literally hundreds of times more resources. Our investigator was actually at the shoot, documenting it for the world to see. When PETA's letters accomplished absolutely nothing, PETA simply walked away. It's not the first time PETA bailed once it learned it would have to expend effort on an issue. Here's a partial list of animal organizations specifically invited to come to Oklahoma to deal with Inhofe, and who either refused or didn't even bother to reply. This partial list is representative of hundreds of millions of dollars in donations for animal causes. All of these organizations can be found speaking out about animal issues at conferences where very little of substance will happen, but they were nowhere to be found on the front lines where lots of things happen. I have news for these organizations. Shark is already planning our next effort against Inhofe's slaughter, and we are going to invite each and every one of you again. Very soon, we will be posting these groups' names to our InhofeCruelty.com website, along with their status relative to this campaign. You will know if they participated this year and whether or not they are committed to participating next year. Shark is determined that Jim Inhofe's animal abuse will end, And if that means we turn our rhetorical guns on the animal rights industry to make it do the right thing, so be it. There are two entities involved in animal issues: the cause and the industry. The cause includes people who truly care and who work hard, often for free, to make positive change. On the other side are the profiteers, who are well paid and sit in offices and boardrooms and talk and put up a good front for well-intentioned but uninformed donors. These groups bring in millions of dollars but may do little to nothing on the front lines where it matters. The Inhofe slaughter is a test to show what groups are serious and what groups are just money-counting posers and scam artists. Senator Jim Inhofe is a serial animal killer. He and his ilk need to be exposed to the entire world. The entire animal protection movement should stand together to fight this corrupt politician and demonstrate the power of compassion.
Brave bunch of people here, y'all. Traveled long distances. I'm disappointed that some other people didn't show up. A lot of hunters from Texas and Florida and Missouri. Where are the protesters from Texas and Florida and Missouri? We got to show more solidarity, people. We got to show numbers.
Stay tuned to see what groups will do something in this pivotal campaign for animals and what groups will not. Those who will not will be exposed, each and every one of them. If you want to participate in the effort in September 2017, please email us at info@sharkonline.org. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.